Welcome to Monaco Electric, the preview show, as we look ahead to round 9 of the ABB FIA Formula E World Championship. In the last few seasons, Formula E has ripped up the rulebook in Monaco in 2 sensational races, packed to the brim with overtaking action.
Da Costa to the outside and to the lead!
And we're set to light up this iconic circuit once more in 2023, as we wait to see what the faster, lighter and more powerful Gen 3 car can do around the Monegasque Casino Square and the Grand Hotel hairpin.
I think everyone loves Monaco, right? It's a special place, it's a special location.
It's a crown jewel on the calendar for me, and it's probably the race I look forward to the most, so really pumped for the weekend.
It's the most important race in a way to have a good result, because it's very iconic, so let's see how it goes.
With views over the Mediterranean Sea, this glamorous principality has long attracted some of the fastest drivers in the world. Its association with motorsport began in 1929, with the first race being held on this stunning coastline the same year, marking the beginning of one of the most prestigious racing histories in the world. Formula E joined the party 86 years later in 2015 for the first edition of the Monaco E-Prix, and in 2022 it would be Mitch Evans starting on pole for round 6, in a race that would change the face of the championship battle.
We go green in Monaco. Pretty good start from Evans. Verne got away a little slowly. Verline is going to the outside as they come into Saint-Devot. Lock up from Evans. Gets it in. The top 5 remain in place. Robin Freitz cuts the corner. He will maybe lose a position there. He was in 7th at the start, and I think he's still just behind Andre Lotterer, and he might have dropped behind Nick de Vries as well, actually. So Freitz drops down to 8th position. Evans holds the lead up into Casino Square, then through the right-hander and dropping down the hill. And it's side by side further back. Jake Dennis and Oliver Askew and the Andrettis are trying to make moves. This is where you get to a bit of a crunch point at the hotel hairpin. Here we go, down towards the chicane. Verne, is he going to cover the inside? He does. Verline to the outside, takes the lead of the Monaco E-Prix. Vandoorne is also up into 3rd place in the silver Mercedes. So the Porsche of Verline now leads. 2nd is the DS Teacher of Jean-Eric Verne. 3rd is the silver Mercedes of Stoffel Vandoorne. Then is the Jaguar of Mitch Evans. Verline pulling away a little bit here. He's in attack mode, longer than everybody else, and his gap is 1.1 seconds up at the front, Dario.
That's looking quite good for Verline right now. He's got to be happy with the balance of the car. He looks in his mirror as he exits the corners, and he can see Jean-Eric Verne get smaller and smaller in his mirrors. He's got to watch, though. Stoffel Vandoorne, to me, is the one...
Oh, is that Verline
Verline in trouble.
Verline slowing.
He's hit the wall. Has he hit the wall?
From the lead of the race, it looks as though the back left is a bit wonky. Pascal Verline, has he made a mistake? Does he have a technical problem? But the race leader is dropping back. Jean-Eric Verne now leads for DS Teacher. 2nd is Vandoorne, 3rd is Evans, 4th de Grassi, and Verline is dropping out, just as it looked like he had this race under control. Full course yellow is deployed. Well, James Rossiter has his head in his hands because Verne activated his attack mode, so did de Grassi, and all of that extra power they have is just vanishing away into thin air.
Here we go, this will tell us.
Watch Verline down at the bottom. He locks up, then just sort of slows down, doesn't he?
Yeah, no mistake.
So Vandoorne leads the way, 3.2 seconds ahead of Mitch Evans in 2nd place. 3rd and 4th are Jean-Eric Verne and Lucas de Grassi. Those two don't have any more attack modes remaining. Then there's a big gap back. Whoa, Roland absolutely lobbed it into turn 1, and it's ended up with Lotterer in the wall. That was remarkable stuff.
There's part of a car trapped under the barrier.
Yeah, it's littering all the way up the road. Vandoorne activated his attack mode. Yellow flags are out. Here's Lotterer's radio.
Roland completely pushed me off. Left him space, but then he pushed me off.
That's Lotterer's opinion on the incident. And the safety car is deployed. So I think this was just full send from Roland. Well, he was there. It was a legitimate move, but then lost it. Oh, just a little touch.
He was so quick, but look, he was having the accident on his own. Look, he just ended up hitting he was heading to the barrier on his own. I think, unfortunately for Andre, he was
Andre, I'm sure, was at that point trying to get out of it, brake and slow down to get him back behind Oliver Rowland, but then Oliver Rowland had the snap of oversteer, the back of the car sliding.
5 minutes plus 1 lap to go. Vandoorne leads, Verne second in the black and gold DS Techeetah. The green Envision of France is third, but Evans behind him is in attack mode. He has more power. And coming down into Saint-Devot, France doesn't fight too hard. Evans is through. Now he's trying to close in on Jean-Eric Verne. Evans up into third place in the Jaguar. What's going to happen here? Verne hugs the inside. Evans to the outside. Can Verne hold him off? No, Evans gets through. Evans around the outside. He's now got a minute of extra power to try and close in on Stoffel Vandoorne ahead.
Good job, good job. Now is efficiency. Copy.
That's what you don't want to hear. Efficiency, that means you've got to save energy. He wants to be closing the gap to Stoffel Vandoorne. This is Monaco. He wants the winner's trophy.
Added time is getting added on now to the end of the race. Eduardo Mortara has come into the pits, so he's got a problem after just setting the fastest first sector of anyone. So he had something go amiss in the final sector, Mortara. So all eyes in Monaco this afternoon are going to be on this man. Third in the championship coming into this weekend. Yet to win a race so far this season, but Stoffel Vandoorne wins the Monaco E-Prix and moves to the lead of the championship.
Well done, mate.
Yes, boys. This is the one! We just won Monaco!
What a victory for Stoffel Vandoorne, winner of the Monaco E-Prix.
There he goes up on top of the car.
It was Stoffel Vandoorne who became a Monaco race winner for the first time, and with that, the championship leader. Mitch Evans, unable to convert his pole to victory, took second, with Jean-Eric Verne rounding out the podium in third. Whilst Monaco may have been his only win of the season, the Belgian's consistent high point scoring meant Stoffel Vandoorne would go on to be world champion in 2022.
Nick Cassidy takes victory in Berlin and fires himself into title contention with a brilliant drive. Big day for Envision, and Nick Cassidy has taken the victory.
So a second Formula E win for Nick Cassidy, the Envision driver back on top after judging an action-packed race to perfection. Avalanche Andretti's Jake Dennis took second place, the Brit finally clawing back valuable championship points. Jean-Eric Verne brought the DS Penske car home in third, followed by Mitch Evans in fourth. The Jaguar driver just missing out on a double podium in Berlin. Pascal Wehrlein's championship lead was now significantly reduced. Nick Cassidy sitting just 4 points behind the German after a stellar Sunday in the German capital. Jean-Eric Verne regained third place after his podium, but the gap back to fourth place man Jake Dennis was just a single point, leaving the Frenchman with no margin for error. In the team's championship, Tag Heuer Porsche continued their dominance at the top of the leaderboard, followed by Envision Racing, who were edging ever closer in second place. Jaguar TCS Racing in third, with DS Penske in fourth. Next up on the calendar is one of the most glamorous racetracks on the planet, as Formula E returns to the Mediterranean coastline for round 9 of the all-electric series in the Monaco E-Prix. Shortly we'll hear from the drivers for their take on this iconic circuit, but first, time to hand over to Formula E commentator Jack Nicholls as we take a closer look at everything the Principality has to offer.
Round 9 of the Formula E World Championship taking place in Monaco, which begins with the run down towards the 90-degree right-hander at Saint-Devot. Then we climb up the hill through Beau Rivage up towards Massenet, the left-hander at the top. The right-hander of Casino Square has attack mode activation on the outside through Mirabeau, the Hotel Hairpin, out through Portier and into the famous Monaco Tunnel. Then we emerge into the harbour at the Nouvelle Chicane, a fast left-hander at Tabac, into the swimming pool, out of the swimming pool, and then just the final 2 corners at La Rascasse and Antony-Nogues to bring you out across the line and complete a lap of the famous Monte Carlo circuit.
If you ask any driver where he would like to win, I think most of them will say Monaco.
It's a crown jewel on the calendar for me, and it's probably the race I look forward to the most, so really pumped for the weekend.
I raced there in the past in smaller categories, but now racing in a world championship in Monaco, of course, it's very exciting. Definitely say the first sector is my favorite one because it's fast and it's tricky because the room for mistake, again, it's a street circuit, so it's very slim.
Yeah, there's a couple of tricky parts of the track, I think, up to Casino. It's a blind braking zone, it's very fast, you know, the cam is very awkward. So to get that corner right is tricky. You can lose a lot of time in the last sector. There's a lot of corners that flow into one another and you need confidence, and it's all about risk and reward.
The tarmac is pretty new, like the marshals are really great there, like if something happens, they are reacting really quickly.
Yeah, I think we're going to see some overtaking in Monaco, clearly. A lot more than in Formula 1, probably even more than with the Gen 2.
Oh, what a move!
No, it's going to be exciting. I think that the chicane after the tunnel is the overtaking opportunity, so I think that's going to be good. And then, as every Formula E race, until the last lap, you don't know what's going to happen, you know, with the energies and etc. So I think it's going to be important to stay out of accidents, because there might be some interesting overtakes.
Verne is going for Evans, round the outside of the new Nouvelle chicane.
You need that confidence. You can't leave any room for error, but there's a lot of flow, especially in the last sector. Once you get it right like it did last year, it's a really nice feeling.
Mitch Evans takes pole position for the Monaco E-Prix.
You know, last year obviously had a very good one there with the victory. Yeah, fingers crossed I can repeat it this year.
That's all from us in our preview of Monaco Electric. Join us again on the 6th of May as round 9 gets underway on the glittering streets of Monaco.
The most famous street circuit on the planet.
It's a special racetrack.
Every driver wants to win at.
Formula E returns to the glitz and glamour of Monaco. Into back. Oh, what a move! Get ready for Monaco Electric.
Calm down and tell me that I just won the Monaco E-Prix.
Monaco, are you ready?